Hello and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim on Nyxus Gaming. We are here for a little Nyxus guide, and you may be wondering where exactly I am. We are in Golden Glow Estate. Now, this is a location that you'll access during the Thieves Guild questline. It's one of the first few missions, and this houses the first collectible that we are going to be nabbing today. You may be thinking it's the larceny targets. It is not. We are going after a collectible that spans a myth as old as Skyrim itself. That's right. Today, we're going to be going after the bugs in jars. The first one, and probably the main one that you're going to be encountering in the game, is of course this one here. The other ones are more hidden or in places that you aren't likely to go to during any quest. This is the bee in a jar. Of course, you will have to steal it, but that is fine with me. There are 5 of these located around the base game. 3 more were added in the Creation Club, and don't worry, we'll be going after that one as well. But don't worry, I will be getting into all the controversies next, I guess. We'll go ahead and do it. I don't want to really spit too many theories here, honestly. There's a big thing. These things all have different inscriptions or marks on the jar of them, or on the bottom. Yeah, on the bottom of the jar, you can see a little marking there. And they're all just kind of in random locations in Skyrim, so there were a lot of theories going around for a long time on what exactly these things were for and what they were used for, and I don't think anyone's really come up with a solid answer. And like I said, the Creation Club adds 3 more, so there's still just a big mystery going around. Still is a fun little thing to collect, so let's go after the next one. The next one is going to be located at this random shack in the woods here. It's nearby Iverstead at the Alchemist Shack. We are grabbing the butterfly in a jar here. Now, also a fun little thing, if you have the Pets creation installed in your game, you can also... Oh, there it is. Like, it was there before. Where the hell did it go? You can get the Pet Thistle, the little bunny rabbit, as a pet here. But we're more interested in this bug in a jar. I'll show it off here. Butterfly in a jar. You can see there the inscription is a little bit different. It kind of spells pig, while the bee in a jar, I have no idea what that spells, but yeah, each one does have a unique inscription on it. So you would think there's something going on with them, but I really don't think there is. Let's go find the next one. The third bug in a jar is going to be located in an orc stronghold nearby Markarth by the name of Dushnik Yal. Now, be warned, you will not be able to enter these orc strongholds peacefully unless you are a friend of the orcs. This involves either doing a quest for an orc out in the land, I think, or any of the orcs inside. Obviously, you can't get inside. Or the third way, as you approach, you'll be stopped by an orc up here who is going to have you go after a pair of gauntlets known as the Forge Master's Fingers. Once you have done any of those quests, you become a friend of the orcs and you can enter these freely. The bug in a jar is going to be located within Burguk's Longhouse here, right in front of the entrance. You're going to pass right through the main room and enter the cellar. Go ahead and turn right down the stairs and around the corner, and you should see it resting here on the shelf. The Dragonfly in a jar. I wonder what's written on this one. JWX, it seems. Still doesn't mean anything. Next up, we venture to the end of a Falmer dungeon known as Duskglow Crevice, located south of Dawnstar here. It's not a very big dungeon. Honestly, it should only take you 30 minutes maybe to get through. But once you get to the end, to this big room here, you'll turn around and you can see the Moth in a jar sitting on this end table. And just like with the others, we'll go ahead and look and see what the inscription is on it. Yep. Whatever that means, right? Whatever that means. Let's go find the next one. For the final original bug in a jar, we are here at Frostflow Lighthouse, located just east of Dawnstar, west of Winterhold, kind of splitting the difference between them. Now, there's a whole side quest here where you figure out what exactly happened to the family that was living here, but you don't really have to do that. The bug in a jar is just right here on the fireplace. This is the Torchbug in a jar. Now, of course, let's go ahead and see what the inscription is. At this point, you'll have seen all 5 locations and all 5 inscriptions here on the bug jar lid. So if you want, take a crack at it, see what you figure out. Some people say they make a pentagram that is going to destroy all of Skyrim with their locations. And there are just other wild theories everywhere. I'm still pretty sure it means nothing. It was probably cut content, if we're being honest, but still cool, unique items to collect nonetheless. Now we're going to go after the 3 that were added in the Creation Club's content. If you don't have the Saints and Seducers creation, which I'm pretty sure that was one of the free ones that everyone got as part of the anniversary update, so you should have it. You should be able to get these. Let's go find them. The first new bug in a jar that you can find is within the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace of Solitude here. Now, in order to get in here, you're going to have to start the corresponding Daedric Prince quest of Sheogorath. You'll be approached by a madman at some specific level in Solitude. I'll flash that up on screen right now. And then you'll venture into this wing to do something. I can't remember what exactly, but this is literally the first room in the wing here. And you will find a purple butterfly in a jar just sitting here on the table. Now, I'm pretty sure these also have inscriptions on them. If we check, oh yeah, but that seems more Daedric in nature. You might actually be able to translate that if you look up the Daedric alphabet, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the first of the new 3 that we grabbed. Let's go find another one. Stony Creek Cave is located near Windhelm and Riften, all the way on the other side of Skyrim. And the room at the end of it actually serves as an exit from a nearby Dwemer Ruin, I believe. Luckily, you don't have to go into the Dwemer Ruin. You can just access this cave from that point on the map. Walk all the way over to this room here. You're going to have to deal with some bandits on the way, but sitting here on this crate is a Bliss Bug in a jar. And if I had to guess, this probably also has Daedric writing on the back of the lid. Considering all 3 of these have to do with the Saints and Seducers. Yep, there it is. And the Saints and Seducers is a Daedric creation in nature. Let's go find the 3rd and final bug in a jar. The final bug in a jar will require you to actually play through most of the Saints and Seducers creation itself along the quest line. You'll eventually go into the Solitude sewers and find yourself face to face with this Thoron guy here, who you're going to have to defeat, and you might want to focus on him because I remember him being quite a challenging fight. Once he's dead, however, if you turn over to the right, over to his table, you can see sitting there a green butterfly in the jar, waiting for your taken. And the green butterfly in the jar, we'll check that just as we have with all the other bugs in a jar. And it too has that Daedric appearance writing in it. I don't know, maybe you guys can piece it together. Maybe you can throw these 3 new locations in on the map and finish making the pentagram or something. I don't know, man. I'm just in it for the collectibles. I'm not even gonna kill the guy. I'm just gonna leave, you know. But that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. This was a nice, easy one to record after last week's over 2-hour long housing video, honestly. And next week's not gonna be any better. I have companions, all of the companions in the game waiting for you guys next week. So thank you all for watching. Tune in for that, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.